Give me a second, guys. Give me a second here. Make sure y'all can hear me. I'm going to turn this off. Okay, guys, give me a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Just had to cut the thing off in the background, but either way, showed my deck updates on Link Evolution, obviously. Still doing a bonus round on Legacy of the Doors as well on the first game, obviously. And I'm almost done coming out the packs on Legacy of the Doors so I can get back to the card grind and hope get into the Catacomb grind, the Shift House Prestige grind on World War II, and then the Catacomb grind will begin after that. Get that platinum against the Volunteer and Yu-Gi-Oh! Once I get that player trophy and then that rank trophy and then the other trophies, then but show you my deck updates. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay. Up. Game white point effect deck is broken. Again, made the deck on Legacy of those on Furry Kingdom and X Glory 2, obviously. Got most of the resources, as you can see. Still gotta get the other two Dancing Fairies, the other two Dark Ward. Or I might take this out, the Dark Ward, actually. Gotta get the last two Fairy Archers, the last two Firecracker. I picked that up yesterday with my duel points. Actually, no, it was Monday. I picked it up with my duel points, and gotta get the last two Fire Princesses. The last Neo Spacian Hummingbird, the last two Mecha Bunnies. Might take, probably not gonna need it eventually, but either way. Get the last two Needle Burners, the last two Plains God Blasters, Fine Elephants. I still had to get Trapple Trapix Nightmare, either way. And then the last Flat Bounder, last Coffin Terror, the last two Waste Motion Can. Working on that right now. Falls farming for that right now, so I'm working on that right now. Last two spells, the last two Skull Invitations. Might take this out and replace it with Solemn Warning. Either way. The last two that could be done. I just gotta get the other cards involved. Getting white points and effect damage falls X. Let's see what I'm missing here. Okay, makes sense. So I got most of the resources. I'm still missing these ones. I love these power types, especially when you can do the damage right away. Still missing those, but those are coming soon. I would like to get a white point effect. Guys, indeed. Getting white point effect damage seconds broken, guys, indeed. Obviously, there's some other comments on. Okay. Okay, flip deck is broken. Still falling for the other traps. Obviously, couldn't the last two 7 totals, and I'm still falling for those, obviously, when I get more and more duel points. But by the time I get to the duels challenge, I should be at 200,000. Once I get to all them duels challenges, pretty much, and then the pack should be capped out by then. Then I can get back to the bonus farm, Legacy for Glory 2. First game on Legacy of the Doors, and then finish Noxiki Chronicles on Legacy for Glory 2, and then that game will be complete as well. But it's 10x for that game. 10 actually it's almost turned to rating 4 and rating 3 because remakes it turns to the chapter. Gotta cap out the ship or ships in the process, but either way, that game will be finished. I just finished Golf with Your Friends a couple days ago, and I've played out another game from Pixeltron called what's the name of the game? It was a royalty platformer from Pixeltron. It was called I name of it, but either way, I'll tell you that in the next video once I remember the name of it. But either way, got most of them missing the last two Casual Dark Illusions, the last two Death Pharaoh Imps, the last two Evil Swarm. I got most of the Evil Swarms, some of them. The dual points, obviously. So missing the last two Golden Sentries, the last two Green Kappas, the last one Insert the Canyons, two Stealth Birds, the last two Subterra Behemoth, Mastrix, the last two Swarm of Crows, and the last two last remaining ghosts, pretty much. Okay, and the last two, must have picked this up with my dual points on Monday, I think. It's the last two score my scribes, and the deck will be done. I might replace this with here, and then gotta get the other two silent strikes, and all three silent warnings, and all three silent scoldings. Decks of all stone, and the deck will be done for us, but I don't have to fall for other than to get D2 shield for my monster with strong defense, but either way. And the deck will be done if I get the remaining trash will count trap nightmare included. Otherwise the flip deck is broken, guys. Dice and coin flip deck is broken. Still working on it. As far as the farming aspect of it, obviously. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Deck is almost done. Still gotta get the dice. It's a dice. Link some. I gotta remember the name of it. This right here. These are the effects, obviously. Missing these, the mild turkeys, the other ghost beefs, which I also have to farm for like Glory to and for a Kingdom. Again, obviously, the last summon, no, I got all three summon dices. Roulette, all three roulette spiders, and the last two dice. See, the last three dice birth with my dual points. Past couple days, including last week included. Well, yeah, last week included. Just missed the last two gambles, the last the last two needle walls. The remaining pendulum, and I'm missing the level 7 warrior dice card. That's coming up soon if I can find it. Once I get those two, I want to get that one in particular. And gotta get this. The last two dice jars, the last two mules, the last snipe hunter, the last twin barrel dragons, two dangerous Titan 6s. Just gotta farm for that too. I'm like, so those are for next for Glory 2, but for obviously, yeah, obviously, gotta get the last remaining graceful dice, 2-second coin tosses, and the remaining pendulum dice, and the link summon ones in the pendulum, and the level 8 warrior, and the last last barrel dragon. I just had the second one, so the last barrel dragon, the last Obat dragon, and the last two Cubans. And the deck will be done once I get the remaining dice XYZs, pretty much. I think it's on for level 4 too. Let's see here. Missing these. Gotta get this, that, these ones as well. That too. Pretty much all of them. Pretty much don't have dice class. In this one, yeah, this is the one I told you. I thought it was level 8. Might be level 1. That also had to farm for. Like I said, those on Glory 2 and Furry Kingdom. Stay tuned for that, but that'll be on my phone. On Soul Calibur 6. But I need more subscribers for me to make more videos on Unique Hutch. I'm only at 32, and I picked up 9 subscribers last year, and I picked over. I didn't get to the 80 subscriber mark until last year. I didn't get close to the 150 mark until this year. And I picked up 9. And I didn't get to 100 subscriber mark until last year. And I'm closing in on the 150 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel on Unique Hutch and Xbox versus Series S and X Madness versus PS6 all day. I changed my YouTube. The consequence is Xbox Series Madness versus PS6 Ultimate. That's my new YouTube name, and then I changed my News Hutch 1 name on YouTube to News for 10. So make sure you follow me on all 3 of those YouTube accounts. 1, 2, and KBH Podcast included. Either way, anyways, I changed my YouTube names. It was long overdue to change those other 3 houses because it's been I last changed it, but either way. I can change it twice, but no more than twice, but either way. dice cards in this too. And these ones, the mild turkeys, the dominatrix paradise, maximum sixes, the last multitude king archfiends. Oh, conversion, I don't have those yet, but those are coming. And then the others, couldn't have tuned for that too. And then the last dice of fun and dice of clops, and the last two dice will be done, pretty much. Dice coin for the deck is broken, guys, indeed. The 04 deck is broken. Picked up a lot of 04s with strong defense. As you can see, I had to revamp it a little bit, obviously. And I got the ones that have all gaining white points, and the ones that make opponents' monsters. Got the one with the piercing battle damage, if it's none, obviously, for the opponents. And then got this one. Pick up. I'm about to get the other two of these soon. And the self-destruct and for my gain white point and effect damage deck, which will help that deck a great deal as well. Got Treasure Panda. Got two cards that ball attack and direct, but it only can attack defense, out possession monsters, and it could not. Opponent cannot add the the damage step. If you destroy that defense possession monster, you can destroy that face up monster, down monster. I meant to say face down, I said face up. Sorry about that. These are the only two I can attack directly with, and I gotta get the other two Destiny Hero Defenders in the last Evil Swarm, Azatov, and the last Fire Princesses, because these are the ones I have that ball gain my points. I just got the Battle Football yesterday, and I'm about to get the other two today soon, so gotta get the other remaining Solemns, and Travel Traffic's Nightmare, and all 3/7 tools of man, another two Dimensional Prison, and another two D shields, and the last two way motion, and the deck will be done. Just gotta get level 4 XYZs. More, I got some of them today and yesterday. Just gotta get some more, pretty much. So I need more mouse events here. Yeah, I do have some more mouse with strong defense. But either way, the deck is broken, and I got all 3 gravity bombs with my dual points. Be it the storyline falls into tutor, and the other one I got through my dual points. The other one I got through the which called this actual tutorial a while ago, last week, over a week and a half ago. But either way, White Sworn deck is broken again. Made the deck twice, so actually 3 times if you count Next Category 2. Got most of the White Sworn, still missing the other two punishments, the other two White Sworn sorceresses, and the last Wolf White Sworn beast, and the deck will be done, pretty much. And oh yeah, I'm also missing the last White Sworn Sanctuary and the last Twilight Oasis, and the deck is done. Just had to get the other 7 synchro tuners and the other link summons for the White Sworn. Then I got these, and these are just the ones that help me out here, and get the other with Ancient Dragon, as you can see. Gotta get the other 2. I got the White Sworn synchros and the other link summons for the deck. And the Demon has no chance to beat this deck either. Gotta have everything for this. Demon has no chance to beat me for sure. We kept all the. I'm not gonna say cheated my ass, Demon. You spend the same deck, man. I told you that in Mother Bills last year, and months before. You was gonna spend the same decks, even in the player. You was gonna spend the same ones, and yet of them, 10 of them, and you spend the same ones. You spend the same. You're supposed to be unpredictable, not predictable. That's how gullible you are. Spending. Especially that's playing the same goddamn samurai games. I don't give a damn if you do got $2,000 and all those come on 10 again. Those games are dead. Not dead from the game, but just dead. Even if you have all them houses, where's the platinum at? Damn, all day in those samurai. Where's the platinum? Where's Dynasty Warriors 10 and 11? You don't even have those 2 yet. And 10 and 11 came. 10 came out in 2018. 11 came out in 2019. So where's the platinum for those at? Once you do buy those, where's the platinum for those at? You're not gonna get those. Okay, balls of sin. Ultimate consequence when you can actually commit that crime. Especially when you're going for those haunted trophies, person, you're not going to get those. More than half my friends I know will probably get them trophies. You would. Falls the remaining of them, pretty much. Anyways, the other has no chance to beat this deck, like I said. Because I use any of the decks I get, that's still developing that too on like Evolution. I'll show you that in a minute. But either way, the other has no chance, literally no chance. Because they want to say you could be encouraged. You games don't play anywhere and things like that because you spend the same decks. Spam the same decks. 32 of them, you spam the same 2. That's predictable, bro. And somebody was able to wreck it, which was me. You don't like me right now. around it. And if you call yourself a stalling, you're not a true stalling like me if I'm not stalling out here. If I have a few decks that all stalling me either way. The White Sworn deck is broken, guys, indeed. The Honor has no chance to wreck this deck once I get them Link Summons and other synchros from count level 8 White Sworns synchros, including the other level 7s in the Link Summons. No chance, no chance, and this is the one I had to pick up right here. And then, what was the other one? I gotta pick up this one. Gotta pick up this one, and this one, and the other White Sworn Sanctuaries. The last White Sworn Sanctuary, and the last, card. Twilight Urgence. The amount has no chance to wreck this deck. Like I said, once I get the level 8, White Sworn and the Link Summons. No chance, no chance. The X-Ray was almost done, pretty much. I also got this deck DLC on Legacy of the Duels on Extra Glory 2, obviously, almost said it again, but either got this deck twice, well, 3 times total. Deck is truly broken. I tested it out on Extra Glory 2, and the deck is truly broken for sure. That was able to get most of those duel points, that and the White Sworn, but either way. Still farming for an obvious one, got most of them. So I gotta get the other synchros. And the deck will be on counting these ones, which I already got. Gotta get the other, these X-Saber Urbiums, the other X-Saber Subas, and the X-Saber Winds, and the deck is done. The farm fight was I get the remaining X-Sabers, counting the ones that ball giving my X-Sabers more attack, and the warrior ones included. Here, but either way. X-Saber deck is broken, guys. If I use this deck in the day, I have no chance to rack it. If I was able to use that, but when I did, I would use the Galaxy Eyes. Intricate decks that really rack them all these damn deities, or even a mirror match machinations. Just his is known for all elements, and then his deities on elements counting divine beasts, I think. But either way, counting these features, if you know the double digits, I don't put them damn double digits. I'll banish some shit or back them with more attack. But either way, otherwise the double X-Saber deck is broken here, indeed. The Galaxy Eyes deck is broken for sure. Still developing it, obviously. Dealing with it. No chance. No chance. I'll have everything to rack. Counting this too. All of these. But you gotta have the rank up card. No. You don't need the rank up card. You gotta. Or this out. You gotta have all the level 8s out to summon these ones. Once again, it is, and the remainder of those, there's no chance right there. No chance. No. Cause once I get these ones. Not this one. Not this one per se. Because it's in red, so you can't really use it. You can use it, but it'll put your deck in red. But anyway, get any of these out, especially this one and this one. But this one you need the rank up card for that one. Get any of these out. Counting this too, Diamante has no chance. It's game over. Cause I know if I and traps. Even if Diamante found the way around using his monsters to destroy him, you can't activate no spells and traps for the rest of the game. Pretty much I just won. If you did damage somehow. But he has no chance to wreck this deck. I'm probably going to have all the Galaxy Eyes. Counting the ones that ball ranking them up, but without the rank up. The one is one of those Galaxy Eyes. But either way, Galaxy Eyes will be complete for sure. Diamante has no chance to wreck this deck once it's fully developed. It's going to abuse his deities, and then he's going. Yeah, I held up my part of the bargain because it was a player. We don't know he wasn't going for that rank one. Because that one haunt you. Because you was going to spend the same 2 rank trophy. Because I told you it was the best 2 out of 3, and it was a tower. You still won, but spend the same decks either way. I have the right to complain about that because out of 30, unpredictable, not predictable, bro. But you are. Either way. Otherwise, the Galaxy Eyes deck is broken, guys. And once I get those chance right, he has no chance to wreck it. Cause I have all my trash to wreck it too, if he does. And that level, not level 8, will no. If I get the rest of the Galaxy Eyes, kind of sync, the XYZs and the Link Summons, which I got right here included, and then anything else in the mother always, he has no chance to wreck it. He has no chance. Once I get these, any of these, and counting those 2, and this remaining 2 of those, and those. And these, he has no chance. It's game over. I wrecked all his shit. Did him all this shit. Cause he spammed the same ones. Either way, Galaxy Eyes deck is broken, as you can see. You see my card, I had a lot of great pickups, over almost 5,000. Point of capping out the packs, but either way. The Burning Abyss deck is still broken, but no updates. Deck update, I had to go back to Witchcom in the dual strap once I get the remaining Burning Abyss, counting the synchros and link summons included. Not going to be an easy task. But the Burning Abyss deck still in development right now. Can't show you nothing for that yet until I get the remaining Burning Abyss cards, but either way. If I can show you this deck though, the Armorer's deck is broken. In the past several days, the past couple weeks, obviously. Got most everything but the last two 7 tools of the bandit, pretty much. Got most of the sync, but the other 2 level 5s and the last Queen of Thorns. And I got the last XYZ for this. And the last level 8 for this. And the last mini of this, as far as the armorers. And oh, it's known for another armorage. Level 5. Don't have that yet. That's coming. That's coming. I have to take these out here. So I can make some room here. Might not need that. Either way, I had to make room there. Then I gotta get the last 2 7 tools of the bandits. Gotta make some room here. So when I get the other armor, it shouldn't be an issue. But once I get these, oh, it's known for this too. The other synchro, I'm about to get that too soon. Once I get those, then there's no chance to write this deck if I did use it. It involves getting all these life points and returning monsters, demons monster to his hand, and his traps and spells included. Either way, deck is broken for sure. Just gotta get. I took out some of my point types to free up space that way I can add more armors, including the other synchros included. What I don't have yet, that I'm about to get soon, so about to have the other armor soon, but otherwise the armor deck is broken for sure. Indeed. It's broken, but nothing for this deck yet, but that's coming, though, once I get those remaining resources, when it's nothing for this deck, so I can't show you that right now. But that Twilight Ninja deck will be developed eventually. Twilight Ninja deck will be broken eventually once I get those remaining resources, but the broken for sure. Got mostly every spell and trap, all but the last. No, last Novary Temple. So I can free up some space here. Gotta free up some space. I gotta get the other last fusion, Great Creature Fusion. The last 2 of these. That I should get Magician and the other 3 which is apparently the deck is broken. Do I have to fall for them, not unless the Great Keeper's deck is known for links, which if they are, I gotta get those too. Those are gonna come eventually. Either way. Great Keeper's deck is broken, guys, indeed, for sure. Still missing some resources. Counting this one, including I had to pick up the other 2 for that. Not gonna be easy. Take out here. Gotta make some room here. So I can have my other Great Keepers, spells and traps. Well, the Great Keeper's deck is broken, guys, in there, as you can see. The deck also gets the amount too, because what you can do with darts, I can do with the Burning of the Best deck and the Great Keepers. Because it wrecks everything. Either way, this is another deck I can use against him, but I don't know what deck to use if I do snap. So either the Ancient Guild or the first, but once I develop both of them decks, I'm gonna rest my deck. He ain't quite no chance. It's another deck I'm gonna shock you with too that Diamante won't see coming. I'll show you that deck in a minute, but either way. Great Keeper's deck is broken, guys, indeed. Keeper deck is broken. This is another deck I can also use against Diamante too, because it's a deck that I don't see nobody use as much. It's known for everything. And it gains all these attack and all these after effects. It's known for fusions too, counting this. But the only issue with that one, I take damage, but that can be the game with Solemn Strike and be destroyed. Could add the effect. But, very good cube, obviously. It's known for just those fusions only, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't think it's known for link summons. I think it summons. It's going to be hard to get those unless I had to do a bunch to get those, but the fusion pick up. That I can use against them all if I want to, but I won't use that. first battle. If I snap the win streak against it, most likely it'll be either the Galaxy Eyes or Ancient Gear I use against, because I'll have all my resources for everything else. And maybe use a spellcaster there if they don't decide. I wish he ain't gonna get that against me easy here. But either way, the Cupid deck will be broken. No deck updates. A lot of see from over a week and a half ago, but just gotta pick up the other resources for it soon. The Ancient Gear deck is broken, so it's more than a third done. Gotta get these ones, which I'm about to get. And I can destroy one of the Diamante spells and traps and unaffected by spells and traps and damage set. And if I attack it, I destroy Diamante spells and traps. Diamante! And then if I get this one, I can summon any other Ancient Gear, and then that's the one I was telling you about, that way I told you about in my previous build last year. Two, and if it's still out, if it's not destroyed, I can inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Especially the amount of that's game over if I can get away. Once I get the remaining of these, all of them are unaffected by spells and traps. But this one especially, I can destroy it once I nullify the amount of these spells if he uses like Dark Contract or which one of the other deity spell and trap and destroy it. And I can destroy another spell to add that, do that. Diamante hates me for that too. Either way. And once I get these, Diamante has no chance. Because all the cards are traps. Counting that double-digit dark one, which is this one. Unaffected by spells and traps effects. I thought Diamante would be able to direct it, but apparently for what it's saying for that, he can't direct this. So if I get that, I direct the deck. Diamante's win streak is snapped. So some negativity there all day, so much for that too. Another deck I'm working on right at the FA, former athletes that know about race cars, which I love playing racing games, but either way. Too bad when I get feeds, unfortunately, because they stopped it at the Unbound, but either way, it's okay. I got that game to my subscription service, but it's either way. I'm still farming for the UA still. What they call former athlete know about race cars. So I gotta get the other of these. Some of them so far. And I can use these to synchro summon some of these, the synchro I picked up last week. I'm about to get the other synchros for these ones right here, level 9, the level 7, as you can see. They might have no chance because all race cars. And all of that, you know, with the pit crew for this card. Diamante has no chance to wreck this deck. So another deck I can use against Diamante too, because all race cars. It wrecks Diamante. It is real, because it's too much speed for him. We know about Warner Brothers with this, but either way, and some crazy cost wars with that, but either way, well, that game was probably gonna be a game of the year contender if it wins it, but either way, anyways, so another deck I can use against Diamante too. Let's wreck this deck, because it's known for all race cars, mainly, well, tracks, if you know about track racing and other cars, but either way, Diamante has no chance to wreck this deck. He has no chance. For any other spell track, he has literally, it's game over. Cause I can nullify the UA synchros and destroy all his shit pretty much. The former athletes is gonna be working when I fully do it. Diamante has no chance of it's no farm machine, but it's all race cars. Just like my homeboy Phil King's deck is known for the ultimate, it's known for all ultimate athletes from soccer to battle. If you saw the UA cards I picked up on that's the card that my homeboy Phil King uses, mate. He uses all the form, the one that had the basketball athlete on it, and then all the other athletes, soccer, football, falls former athletes, but you get the idea. Soccer falls UAs. That's what they call ultimate athletes for good reason. Paid away. King's deck, my homeboy's deck. It's probably one of the best decks you could wreck stuff. Just as good as the former athletes to me might be more superior because no, especially the dragsters and everything else. It wrecks everything. Diamante has no chance to wreck this deck either. If I get the link, someone's involved in that there, which is no link. You can see right here. And I can ruin all the any counter, if I have a certain amount of counters on them, I can ruin any counter and destroy Diamante's trash. Deity spells and trash and speed right down. Diamante hates me for that too. I can keep doing it, he can't do nothing. Otherwise, the former athlete deck's broken if you know about race cars here. And Edge RA here, either way. A lot of people use this deck, but I think a lot of people use this Divine Nordic deck because it wrecks everything, including this level 10 that wrecks. And so the effective house spells right to the end of the turn. It's almost like the ancient gear of a card for that level 10 synchro, but Fairy type, almost similar to the ancient gear, but different. Fairy type, but you get what I'm saying with that there. Nullify spells and traps. If anybody use that deck against the Diamante, not me per se, but anybody from the Diamante would hate that too, because goddamn no work is he. Either way, the former athlete's deck, former athlete deck is broken indeed. The danger deck, no card for that, but it's known for a lot of unlink summons. The danger deck, but nothing for this deck yet, so stay tuned for that. Another video on that, but either way. Data for my character creation, that's going to be on my phone, show on Soul Cap, so I had to switch to my calendar export to show you my character creation. But either way, stay tuned for that shortly. Chainlink deck is broken, stay tuned for that. Like I said, it's coming in a few seconds, but either way. Broken. Still falling for I gotta get the other abilities calls and other chain link strikes and the remaining chain link monsters counting this included right here, bring level 9. The deck will be done. Maybe underachieved because no link summons that's known for it. Known for chain link summons, I guess. But if it is, gotta fall for those two. Either way. The only way I had no chance to wreck this deck either, if I wanted to use it, but it's known for all chain links. All them chains, I stalled them all them chains. What else is new with that there? But either way, chain deck is broken, guys. Indeed. Battery deck is still in development. I'm still falling for this, obviously. This is another deck and it's known for all thunder types. If I get this out, I destroy all of Diamante's monsters as far as the damn data is run. Diamante hates me for that. Let's go. So, well, the win streak is not got the one about to me. These and the Thunder Monarch, he has already no chance because it's all light based. What you can do with the light and dark, I can do it better with all light types. The amount of way, no chance to break the better this deck too if I use it. If I use it right and get all the spells for it, counting that card, and that spell they bought strong because there's no chance to beat this deck either. And then this one, if I get that Diamante hates me for this because it destroys everything. Game over. I nuke this whole field with a spell that I with my trolling. And I could have used my traps to do it. I just chose to do it with a spell. If you know about honestly correct thing, but anyway, what else is new with that? But anyway. Still in development, I was still falling for it, obviously. Those once I play Mr. Armstrong again, I'll have those remaining cards again. Because I already got that deck on Max Glory 2 as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that build for others on my character creation on. But when I get back to making my character creation on, stay tuned for that build. And I'll redo those. I wouldn't say redo, but more of a new redo. Possibilities of showing off the top players, their mains, and their created mains. I'll do that again once I make my character creation for a Kingdom. Most of my characters are made on Soul Calibur 6, so I didn't lose my save data, thank God. And I got to, I was side quest. I had to get through that again on as we go to just I already finished the storyline twice, and nobody else can say I finished the storyline for Soul Calibur 6 twice. But either way, and I probably had to relive it just to get the other soul points and get the equipment. But either way, the Batman deck will be broken eventually once I get the remaining resources for it. Still farming for it, obviously. Sanctuary deck for them about Song and Shadow Generation, Song Generation from years ago and years later is broken, for sure. Diamante has no chance to wreck this deck here. If I wanted to use it, but I'm not using. I'm using the Ancient Gift of Galaxy odds against him. It made the FAs, if you know what the format, if you know about race cards, but those three that I would this to wreck his deck, but this deck, if I wanted to use it, I want to get it out, he has no chance. I have all this kind of Sanctuary, most of them, including the agents, that represent all the agents, that represent all our ruined planets, pretty much. But once I get those remaining Sky and Sanctuary, they might have no chance to wreck this deck if I wanted to use battle against it. That's the UA. No, the FA, I said the UA, that's for Kings. I mean, the FA deck and the Engineer and the that's right there. If I use those three decks against him, he has no chance. I wrecked this deck, win streak of snap. He don't like me for that. It was in a player match. I kept the part of the counter, I didn't handicap you damn all day on this. Counter busters on that. That's still a loss either way. We don't know he wasn't going to go for that rank trade because he was going to spend the same decks either way. He was going to spend the same shit either way in the rank match because it's the best 2 out of 3. And I think for the player match trophy on the one you didn't earn, which is the rank match, that's the best 2 out of 3 as well. Actually, no, that's more of a 1 and done for that one. And then the other one is the best 2 out of 3. The player one on Legacy of those is 1 and done. But on it's best 2 out of 3 before you win them and get the trophy, and then the other one's just 1 and done situation. Flip flop, other way around, flip flopped. But either way, But I told him when I sent the win streak, I'm done with Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty much. And then you go, I know Dim, I was going to say, well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Why is it not letting me win right now? You can't blame the owner. Yu-Gi-Oh! Died. He died on cancer season because of brain tumor. You can't blame him. You blame yourself for being that predictable, spamming the same decks. God damn it. Which was predictable because you spam the same shit and you probably would have done the same thing in the Samurai. That's probably why you would not get those Samurai platinums. Any of the ones or Nintendo because you probably spend the same shit even with your creative self. Or even if you cat out your overall character, you probably spend the same shit and it's not working against some tough enemies. So you're having difficulty even with your mental block because you do have one mental health issue. So that mental block's gonna get in the way from getting that hidden trophy overhead trophy. Mental block, which we mental health, especially when you have 4 like me and Devon has 1. So it's gonna be a mental block that causes you not to get them trophies. Counting Elden Ring, Night Ring, because he's trying to go for that cross-gen version and the Night Ring version, and I said you're not gonna get all 3 of them platinum. That's next to impossible because one, what's gonna stop you from getting them platinum, it's not because of the consequences. Having the character capped out ain't the issue. It's your mental block that you do that. It's your mental that's gonna stop you from getting those remaining trophies. That's why I was in any of those Soul-like games and still not going to get them because your mental block is stopping you from getting those remaining trophies. It's the mental block. If you know about that with ADHD, then ADHD, what else is new with that? But either way, mental block stops you from getting those trophies. And the harder ones, cutting the gold ones, if you know, and I have you see on my PSN profile, I already showed you those videos last week. Obviously, I had way more gold count. Them I was just getting the 200 gold. Everybody else, more than half my friends all find my video are over 1,000 gold count, with just getting to where I was half of 500 gold count, was down higher, or surpassed the 1,000 or 1,500 gold. The only friend I know other than Henny that has less than 200 gold count. Everybody else is just getting the 200 gold count, even with their platinums included. You know, I was the only one I know that has 3 platinums but less than 200 gold count. That's the hardest of the hard one to earn that track. I got over 1,000, almost 1,100 on my PSN as far as the go to. That's 100. You don't know what the hardest of the hard tricks, especially the storyline one involved there or the end game one there. That would have to earn on Tom Clancy's breakpoint. But either way, better ran obviously. But either way, Scott in the face where the deck is broken, guys. In dead, as you can see. Obviously, sorry for a little bit Ryan, but either way. But otherwise, I should have the remaining Scott the Sanctuary cards. The Sanctuary deck is broken. Don't have Song Generations yet to go on Song X-Shell Generations years later. That was the is broken. Still farming for this still. Gotta get the other XYZs, which is these ones. That nullifies the monster effect of the spells and traps. And other one that involves spells and traps and other traps either way. Once I get the also this is another deck I use to get the amount because no for all dinosaurs. And if I summon this too, if I attack the amount of defense deck, inflict 1,000 damage to the opponent. Defense the amount of DM deities is to the graveyard, so much being in defense position. Bucket wasn't piercing, because it would have been the way. If it was the other way, my fault's the after effect either way. And this one could make multiple attacks. And then if I control any of the alternate other than the monsters that cannot attack if I don't have that card out. So what's out in particular to attack. Counting that level 8 light that I have to pick up soon. But either way. We got picked that up a couple weeks ago, but either way. We'll add that now, but either way. The Bulbasaur deck is broken for sure. Resources for it. This is another deck I use on this deck. I'm just going to use the obvious decks against the Alziaz and the Insecure. And maybe the Light Swords if I want to. I'm going to have all those cards for that too. Then I just one streak and snapped here. He ain't going to like me for that right now. It's what it is. It's what it is. God damn it. God damn it. He's playing the same decks. Playing the same decks. You have not changed it up. Those decks. As I told you, your decks are in the top 10 in terms of the most annoying, but it's not the number one. The number one most is the goddamn Archfiend's deal on because no all them coin and dice after effect. Yours know all them after effects for your deities, but it's not the number one. The Archfiend's number one. That's why with the Dragon Carnation, if you have that too, the Blue Eyes is number one. Lights and darks, like the damn deities and three words, they're all included. But it's no for all the Dragon Carnation, it's no for all lights and darks, like guys know for lights. But most all lights, but the XYZ to know for darks and lights. But either way, what you can do with that, I can do better. And I write that at the win streams right there, Molly don't like me for that. This is what it is. I found the way around it. You spammed the same decks, and you kept being predictable. Thought I wasn't going to fall for shit, and you go back. Either way, how about the Bulbasaur deck is broken, guys, indeed. PSY deck is broken. Still the farm for the other PSYs. I gotta get the I already got the DLC on Xbox here. I got most of those cards. That's why I was able to develop that deck easy, getting the remaining cycle. Obviously, also got the deck on Prairie Kingdom as well, so I got the deck 3 times here. Stay tuned for that video as far as Soul Calibur 6 as far as the character creation on Xbox. Stay tuned for that video once I pull up my phone. Video, stay tuned for that's coming in a few seconds. Either way, I just want to get this video out first. Most of the PSYs are there. I just got to get the other PSY synchros. Now I got to add the other synchros to it to make it more broken, obviously. Most of the synchros out there, as you can see here. And most of the cycles, so most cycles I know are lights, winds, and earths, and some lights here and there for the psychics. But anyway, I got most of them. So far for the main PSYs. This is against the amount. But I had to phase out some of these psychics, some of these synchros, by the way, and the PSY. My deck is broken, guys, indeed, yeah. Still falling for it a little bit, obviously, but yeah, you get the idea. True Hold deck is broken. Still farming for the other hold cards. Trap Hold, Chaos Trap Hold, the other ones that bought the spell trend and having an attack. Get the idea with that there. Still farming for that, obviously. Not going to be an easy task here. Once I get up into the kind of ones that I'm going to get through the duel, I'm going to have over 200,000 duel points, maybe even 300,000. That's enough. So I'll be able to cap out the packs faster. And then I had no chance to wreck the deck here. He had no chance, no chance. I'll just pick this up. My duel points. Yeah. Just missing this too. The exhibit, the one more, it'll be the way. Gotta get the other hold cards, but still farming for the other hold spells and traps. Once I get those, then there's no chance to wreck this deck either. I'm just putting it in there temporarily, just trying to find what the name of the hold cards that I need here. No. Didn't mean to do that. Bastards. Gotta go back to Dimensional Prison. Okay. Didn't mean to do that there. I was just trying to see if I got Bomber's Trap, but I don't have Bomber's Trap Hole yet. But I was trying to put the Dark Holes in there just to show you what the hold cards I need. But I don't need Dark Holes. That was just an example. Obviously. Back to Dimensional Prison. I gotta put that back in there. Took that out. No intent, but that was my beat. Sorry about that, guys. Stars pretty much almost done coming out the pad. I'll show you that in this part of the video in a minute. But I just want to show you my deck updates pretty much. Okay. So, but otherwise, the true hold deck is broken for sure. Just gotta get strong and other hold cards. Not gonna be an easy task here. Once I get those, him has no chance. If no, I told you in my previous spells I was going to use the Galaxy Eyes and the White Sworn and the Ancient Gear against, but based off what I'm doing with those, I'm most likely Eyes and Ancient Gear. Good, yeah. Really no chance. Him on his win streak. So he don't like me for that. He don't like me for that there. Either way, the true hold deck is broken, guys. Indeed. 6% broken. Still had to get the other synchros and the other trap for this one, pretty much, and other synchros and other 6 samurais that's known for here. Still farming for it, obviously. Got my duel points a couple weeks ago, obviously. The deck's almost done here. Still gotta get the and the like some for it. And once I get those. The only way I know, this is another deck I can use against them out there as well. There's 4 decks I can use against them. The Ancient Gear, the White Sworn, and the Galaxy. Everything that you would say, I never owned the sword. Who are you to judge? The amount it does not. And who are you to judge? Because you probably don't know. Either way. I still farm for now, so I got my. Either way. My deck is broken, guys, indeed. Spellbook deck right now, so got a couple extra cards in there, but still working on that right now. But that's gonna show you that in the re-updates for the next video later on during the week, obviously. Once again, but the Chaos deck is broken. Obviously, no updates for the Spellbook deck, obviously, as of yet, but it was coming soon. Either way, Spellbook deck is Chaos deck is broken. I'm sorry, Spellbook. I already said that twice, but either way, Chaos deck is broken. Got mostly every resource. The deck involves banishing cards and special summoning cards, pretty much. got the most of the chaos pretty much. Got the tuners in here pretty much. Just gotta get the other Black Dragon Cloud Serpents, the other 2 Chaos Command Magicians, the other 2 Chaos Dragons, Chaos Ember Dragon Boy of the Ends, Envoy of the Ends, Chaos End Master, the other Charter God of the other 2 Doomsday Horrors, the other Dwarf Planeteers, the other 2 God of the Polar Knight, the other 2 Ghost Ships, 2 Code of Ghost Destroyer, the other 2 Lightweight Daedalus, the other 2 Lightweight Davos, the other 2 Lightweight Grippers, the other 2 Lightweight Sword. I already tested out this technical evolution for the past couple of years, truly broken for sure. And that's 2 Exhausted Chaos, and the last 2 Twin God of Force Knights, and the last 2 Sword of the Period of Light, pretty much. And the last 2 Chaos Greeds, and the last 2 Chaos, the last 2 Gateway to Chaoses. And the last sealed, and the deck is done. And the last Diabolical Kernel, and then the deck is done. So I also get those other resources I just mentioned, and the link summons for this too. Which I also use that particular link for my game. Like, deck is broken, guys, indeed. Cloud deck is working on it. No deck updates for this shit, but it's coming soon. This another deck, one of my other decks involves stalling here and putting counters on stuff. But either way, gotta get the other remaining Claudians, as you can see right there, and other spells and traps. Especially this one right here, and then just had to get the other sounds for warning, scolding, and other strikes, and spreadable trap is nightmare, no monster effects. Otherwise, the Claudian deck is broken, guys, indeed. Still working on it right now, but it's gonna be hard about. Before my eyes will be there. Obviously, I don't have no resources for this shit. So once I get to the R5 and get to him, I'll be able to farm for these his packs pretty much, and you'll see the deck re-updates pretty much after that. But either way, the Brotherhood Firefist deck is broken, but stay tuned for that re-update for those decks that don't have. The Brotherhood Firefist deck is broken for sure. Got most of the resources. Still gotta get the other synchros and like some. The other Brotherhood XYZs, I mean other synchros. These ones right. And I gotta get the other tuners. Level 4 and 3 tuners, and that can be done. Because no all fire types. I got this on Furry Kennel and like I said, those as well. The deck, I didn't test out the deck, but it's broken for what I know. Based on me watching videos and talk about why this deck is broken. I saw which Axel used in my video. I'll go on Facebook. He used that deck. XYZs. So it's another deck I came out. But once I stick to it, but this is a bonus deck. If he goes for the rank, I can use this deck too in the rank. If he goes for that rank jump, I don't know. He ain't going for that. Just go for that. I got the platinum. About to me. Brotherhood Firefist deck is broken, guys. Indeed. Sorry, but sure. I really got everything for this deck. Counting the fusions. Gotta get the last of this. The last of that. The last 2 of these. And the last 2 of those. This is another deck I use too, but I'm not going to use that, obviously, because he'll find a way to wreck it, I'm sure. But, really broken and invincible for sure. Just gotta get the last 1 of this, the last 2 of these, the last 2 of those, but I'm probably not going to need those eventually. The last 2 of those, but I'm probably not going to do them because I'll probably pick up level 4 Cyber's either way. 2 of these, last 2 of those. And the last 2 of these, and then the deck will be done. I don't have to farm for it no more. Other than the remaining link summons for it, pretty much. I tested out the deck, it's pretty broken. Been testing out the deck before, either way, the deck is broken. There's another deck I can use against the DM if I want to, but I know he's going to find a way to wreck it either way. But I'll use the Galaxy Odds and Inchkit just to wreck his deck. But the winning streak is not DM don't like being around. He'll be alright, he'll be alright. Most of the Cyber's is good kind of link summons included. Including ones for different names here, different attributes and elements. Either way. Broken, guys, indeed. For high deck is broken. This one's balls all chain ones though. Balls chaining stuff. Balls no fine spell. Unlike some of this one, just those three. So far, from what I know. Deck is broken. Still developing it, obviously. But this one balls doing damage and supporting spells and trash as well and destroy them pretty much. Yeah. For our deck is still broken. Still working on no deck updates for that yet. For the next video, obviously that's what we're doing during the week. But same thing for my Soul Calibur 6 character creation card. Coming up shortly on my phone, coming up shortly here after this video is done, by the way. For our deck is broken, guys, indeed. Is it still in development right now as we speak? Still farming for it, obviously. I have normal flip with all the level 4s in it. In fact, there's my 2 flip decks. There's several flip decks in the game for both games. You can get this. This is only 2 decks I got. Flip decks I got currently. One like evolution currently as of now. But once I get those remaining for this is another deck against the as well because these flip effects. And I can know if all his stuff I'll have the traps direct. And the spells direct here. He had no chance to wreck this deck at all. Literally no chance either. But otherwise, the sub-tier for the deck is broken. Still, stay tuned for those updates. The deck will be developed. Wait on doing way. I got my traps in hit the rack, so if the amount is rack and rack that either way. Sub-tier deck is foot deck is broken, guys. Iceberg deck is broken. This is another deck also because all aqua base. And I have all my and all my synchros to wreck. Still missing this one. This has a time, but you can still use it on, like I said, the OG game. You can still use it, but you can use it on this game, so no red tag on this one, so that's a good thing. And this one don't have no sign on it, it's just a rare card for us to synchro, but I had to get the remaining ones for it. Got a lot of cards. See, I got a lot of cards there, but the Iceberg deck is broken. This farm for the other. Iceberg is still in development there. I can use against the Diamante if somehow the Diamante does a rematch, but I highly doubt because if I got the trophy, he ain't going like I got the platinum again. Cause he spammed the same decks. Them decks did not age well to Ken. Did not age well to Ken as well. Spam the same ones. It's like you've been spamming the same code 10 and Elden Ring games. Greatest Souls-like game or not, which it is. Well, done 2,000, almost 8,000 for what? Still no platinums in those games. I had those. It's like you're honestly annoyed when it kind of having that mental health issue because you can't get those right. It's too hard for you mentally to get it. I know how I was able to play those games. Because I know it's one of my favorite studios, one of my favorite studios of all time, right behind Konami and other studios. But I have a lot of favorite studios. But either way, games developers, but either way. Iceberg's deck is broken, guys. Indeed, yeah. Vampire deck is broken. It's the final. Vampire deck is broken. Still farming for it, obviously, for the XYZs and the X-Link summons. Gotta go through, which come in the storyline once I start doing the bonus farming. After I get through those dual trying to get that gold trophy, getting and all the those avatars. I'm on the Zexel right now as we speak. And, should be done with this Zexel, I'll be on Friday, then I get those trophies coming, and then I'll have that platinum. Once I beat them on, because we don't know he's gonna spend the same day as the remember, you're gonna know, because you won't. I don't want to hear that damn all day. Don't want to hear that. You complain about too much of everything, especially in Soul Like games. It's like you'll never get those plans in Soul Like. I don't give a damn if you got all and all Soul Like games. Count if it is your favorite studio of all time, and which it is. Still don't platinum. Still don't have the platinum to show for it. You have all those. What you do, kind of content no samurai game. You still don't have to play because the mental pockets. Like I said, mental pockets in the way from you doing it. That's if you work the Walter, you still don't know how to get that trophy. Especially if it involves the ones that involve the consequence of getting that platinum. Either way, came in the coffee, got platinums for down to could have committed sin. That was a tough decision, but the mental block stopped you from getting those. That's what stopped you. The mental block. You know about that in your brain. But either way, but otherwise the vampire deck is broken, guys. Indeed. Still falling for it, obviously. Coming soon. Either way. So I got the other vampires soon, by the way. Alright. So my deck update provides the packs progress. Almost kept up Grandpa mode all there. About to cap out mods and Bongo, pretty much everybody in the classic. About to cap out playmakers, and this got the other packs. So on there, I should have all those packs capped out. I'm just gonna have over 300,000 open by the time I get those challenges. Counting me doing the most, that's gonna be almost 250,000 dope points total. Got most of Armstrong's capped out, pretty much. Most of Cappy's capped out. Most of Clinton's, and I got most of Kite's, a third of it capped out, more than a third. As far as the 5D, I got most of Cats. But the keys, I gotta get the other remaining lights ones from her. And then once I kept all these, I'll have the platinum. You was gonna hate me for that because you spend the same day. See, damn, lights ones, goddamn, what's the other day I said? I was gonna use it, damn, educators, guys. So you spam the same decks. It didn't age well, the kid, either way. That's how I had the plan. I am to go again. I love my parking deal. I didn't handicap you here. Like I did in years past. It went by, I earned this win this time. I earned that. Fair and square. Either way. Right. I'm in this Excel right now. Out in the video after that. But stay tuned for my Soul Calibur 6 content. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Either way. It's going to be on my phone. But either way. Stay tuned for that. Either way. I'm on this Excel right now. Almost done. Then I'll be on R5. Same way on like 0 doors. Then that'll be done. Then the V range and both of those trophies, and I have all the avatars unlocked. That trophy will be coming pretty much. We'll start. I got most of the dual challenges unlocked right here. It's a lot of way more duelist challenges than it is now. Way more. To grind out as far as destroying the decks here. Not going to be an easy task. Once I get to the Zexal, then all those dual challenges will be up. Oh, an exclamation mark, that'll be in circles, no X's. For them all, if he was doing the doors, his number of masters, like I said, he would have all X's this time. Spending the same decks. Even the doors challenges, either way. Don't have yet, but that's coming. And then I'll share that platinum pretty much. And then the end of my Yu-Gi-Oh! Back to the card ground, follows procedure on World War II and 4 Kingdom X Glory 2. Stay tuned for those videos for that too. Might make some Call of Duty content, you have to make that yet, but either way. And probably on the unique touch once I show my progress on Call. Get the procedure on over 1,000 to on cloud bars, as much on bars cloud to get the procedure, which I'm already on black. I said just get the black up 7. And then finish those easy 1,000 gamer score games. Good ones that are coming up soon later on when I get my cloud soon. So either way, get back to cloud. But either way, Call the games I play anywhere now. I don't have to pay for those Call of Duties. Thank God when they add the new ones soon. Instead of getting on the Microsoft controller, that I'll be getting. That's later on in the spring, and then I'll be getting another battery pack if I had to charge my other one. God, the one's dead. But either way, Xbox is going to add the whole suite of games soon. But either way, okay, guys, I end the video right there. Long rant, obviously. Gotta give you my PSNs. Actually, Great Kingdom. Chun-Li Hishi back. I had to change that gamer tag for that one, so that's one of my retro. I gotta change it. Matsuka Hishi 4 and 2 soon. Enough. Those and Super Nintendo 64. That's all for my PSNs. My TikTok is Lemon Queen 3. TikTok Light. You can follow me on Facebook and add me on Facebook. It's my whole main name spelled page. You'll see the AI having a help picture on there, obviously. You know to follow me on IG. That's WWE Legend 2, Hachikanami, and Kyle my merge meta. And down to 3, I reached my follower and following limit on the one I deleted. Until one already deleted that one, so the followers are not there. I'm about to reach my limit for that one. But either way, you can follow me on Spotify on FaceHutch 12, Cyberpunk 11. Asper series Madness, all digital, but it's PS6, all mentioned, all digital. And what's the name? Just Spotify. We had Raven's Power 2. I changed my Spotify names. I changed those a couple of days ago. And then on YouTube, you can find me on Unique Hutch, KB. Asper versus Series Madness versus PS6, all Matrix. That's my new YouTube, obviously. and News Frontiers too. I had to change my name on that for News Frontiers. Those all for my YouTube channel. And Ying Yang, I can figure out how to access my old one, and the other one still has copyright strikes on it. But either way, you can find all 5 of my YouTubes pretty much. So I gave you everything. Or you can find me on Google Play at Steph56. Gave you everything. Oh yeah, my Gmail. You can find me on Gmail and Yahoo and everything else. You guys in the middle right there. You got all my links, pretty much for social media. Oh, was another link I had to give y'all. Oh yeah, my Twitch is in too. Cyber11, Furry King, and Gamer Hut 6. All 3 of my Twitches. So you got all my links. I gave you all my. Stay tuned for the video for the Soul Calibur content. It's coming in a few seconds. Stay tuned for that video, guys. Yeah. Deuces. Stay tuned. That video's coming in a few seconds. Yeah. Deuces. Stay tuned for it. Seconds. Yeah. Deuces.